Alrighty guys, so via eBay user Pocket Chicken Nick 999, I have no idea if I'm saying that right, but we have in-hand images of Studio Series Voyager 86 Scrapper and the more so controversial Age of Extinction Optimus, which I'm going to delve into here a little bit in the video. Let's talk about Scrapper here first. So, I mean, we basically know what we're getting here with this release. It's really nothing too out of the ordinary. People have their own complaints with it. I have my own issues with this mold that I've talked about over the last couple months. But, it is what it is. $35 figure, modern day Constructicon. You either get it or you don't. I think it looks pretty decent. I probably will get all of the Constructicons to combine for Devastator here. Not really something that I have a huge issue with as a whole with the Constructicon set so far, unless if something is revealed in the reviews that really turns me off in the coming months. But so far, I mean, the Scrapper looks pretty good. It's basically what you would kind of expect with a modern day G1 cartoon movie accurate Scrapper release. Some people have an issue with him being a Voyager class. Me personally, I don't really have an issue with it. I kind of understand what they're going for here with the combiner stuff and what it needs to be nowadays. It's not 2015 anymore. They're not going for cheap, mediocre combiners like what they tried to do with Combiner Wars 10 years ago. So I really do appreciate that. He is considerably smaller than the Combiner Wars, though, which is to be expected because that Devastator is a lot larger. Now, for the main event, Optimus here. So, I said this in a video like a week ago when I was talking about the hate that this figure was getting when it first got revealed last week, that once we see more in-hand images, it's not the crappy Hasbro stock photos, and once we start to see more reviews in the coming months, that this figure is probably going to look better and people are going to warm up to it. But honestly, guys, this eBay listing and these images that this person uploaded are not doing this figure justice to me. I still think it looks decent. Once you start getting into the practicality of some of the things here, I'm mainly talking about the scaling and comparing it to older figures in these images that the eBay lister uploaded here. You put it next to the old The Last Night Voyager class, which was, mind you, a $25 release back in 2017. Now, that was 8 years ago. That was before everything happened in 2020 and the last couple of years and what's about to happen with the new leadership here in the US. But, I mean, it's still ridiculous that they couldn't make him at least the same height as this old $25 Voyager. Now, granted, that Voyager is missing a lot of paint, more so than I think the leader class there. And it's a lot more simpler with less articulation and less engineering, I'd assume, and less accessories, obviously, but at the same time, it feels like in terms of size, Hasbro is kind of skimping out here. Like, you're not making it the same height as a Voyager from honestly not even that long ago. I mean, Hasbro is still releasing and reissuing figures from Titan's Return that are older, like a year or two older than this Voyager class release. So, I mean, they definitely consider some figures from around that era to still be viable for these newer modern figures under the new engineering standard that they set during Siege in 2019. So, I don't know what they're really trying to accomplish here with the scaling. I mean, you see it next to the Studio Series Galvatron, and they're the same height, even though I feel like, I don't know, somebody should just be a smidge taller, if I remember correctly, from the scaling in the movie. But, I mean, you compare it to the Voyager class in vehicle mode, it seems like the vehicle mode is a little bit bigger, or basically the same size as that original Voyager release. So that's not really too big of a problem. It did seem like they made a couple improvements to make the truck mode better because of all the kibble that's on the robot mode. The one thing that is really bothering me is the way they handled the smokestacks on the back. I feel like it should be a bit more pronounced from the front view. You could barely see the smokestacks at all. I feel like there's no in-between when you look at these two figures. Like, the original Voyager has the smokestacks way too high, and then the new leader class has them way too low to the point where you can barely even see them sticking out of his back from a front view. So, I don't know, maybe that's a nitpick on my part, but still is a bit ridiculous to me. In terms of the kibble management, I mean, the smokestacks on the legs are absolutely ridiculous, but I feel like with all that considered, you look at the backpack from the original Voyager and all the leg kibble with the wheels just hanging out from the side there, making his profile way more inaccurate and a bit too chunky than what it should be. I think all in all, the kibble management is better, but you look at the size and just the overall price and what you're getting with this guy. I don't know, guys. I may get it, I may not. I mean, I may just stick with the unique toys figure that was like $80 on AliExpress. That, I mean, yeah, it's like 20 something, 30 something dollars more, but you're getting a lot more with that figure than what you're going to get with this leader class. So, I don't know, guys. It's a bit tricky to me. He's even shorter than the Rise of the Beast Voyager Optimus from a couple years ago. And that figure's like, what is it, 15, 20 bucks less? So, man, I don't know, guys. It's something that I feel like we're gonna have a debate on for quite a few months this year on this release, and I'm sure this is not going to be the last release that's gonna have a big, widespread controversy or debate in the fandom, because we still gotta wait for that 86 Megatron. When, even though almost a year ago now at this point, the designer Evan confirmed that he's not going to be a gun, people are still going to lose their minds when he's going to be leaked or inevitably revealed in the next couple months. So that's going to be exciting. But back to this Optimus here. I don't know. Other than the size and some of the mediocrity that we're getting here in terms of the details for the $55, basically $60 price point after tax, and especially after shipping, depending on where you order online. Basically a $60 figure. I don't know. There's so many other stuff, especially for Transformers and Star Wars and Marvel Legends, that I want this year, that is it really worth it spending $60 on this release that's not even the same height as a $25 Voyager from 8 years ago only? I don't know. I mean, some of the pictures here and the poses do look pretty good and convincing. Like, from certain angles, they really did ace the details on like the chest and some of the proportions when you compare it to the CG model. Like, he tried to copy some of the poses that we've seen this Optimus design do in Age of Extinction and The Last Knight over those years, that are kind of like iconic poses for this design to do at this point. And it does look pretty accurate from some angles and in some aspects of the figure itself. But still, overall, I don't know, I'm really in the camp of, I don't know if I'm going to get this guy or not. It still looks good, but I mean, the size and just overall what you're getting for $60 is kind of pushing it to me, guys. I don't know. I mean, maybe if it goes on sale, I might get it, but even then, do I really even care about buying this? It's not even like my favorite movie design for Optimus anyway, so I don't know. We'll see what happens in the coming months once the figure comes off. I mean, the backpack is removable, so I mean, there's that. That does look a lot better. I don't know if that was an intentional thing to do from the design that they were thinking about with this figure, but that is really cool that you're able to remove the backpack and stuff. That they've done on certain other figures the last few years. When they have a big backpack, you have the option to remove it. It's not pinned in on purpose. So I'm assuming that was something done on purpose, but again, I obviously don't know for sure. You know, he's got some good things going for him, but he's also got some stuff that is looking a little hairy to me for $60. So I don't know, guys. Let me know down in the comments below. How do y'all feel about this Age of Extinction Leader Class Optimus so far from these in-hand images? All my social medias are linked down below, including my email, if you guys want to hit me up about business inquiries, or if you want to message me about whatever, or if you want to commission a diorama from me, because I make dioramas for people for their stop motions, photography, or your regular display shelves in your homes. You could either hit me up on any of my social media accounts, or you could just email me and we could work out a deal. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. Catch y'all in the next one. Bye!